Zach, with your notes, would you like to recap again?
You just cut me off last time and did it anyway, so you just
did I? No, I didn't. It was like halfway. It was like half and half.
Just a little bit.
Would you please recap?
You sound so sad, man. You're like, you just do it anyway.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, buddy. I won't do it again.
You're good. Yeah, that's fine.
I promise. Lip sealed. Here you go. Go for it. Last time, Gray Eminence.
We went to a festival. We had a really fun time.
No, I'm just shit. I'm kidding.
It was a session of debauchery. Atlas's relationship with Lady Torhana progressed to courtship via the teamwork from the party, helping him with his very first date because he's socially capable when he's trying to kill somebody, but when he's just being himself, he doesn't really know what to do. We, explored the grounds, and ultimately we're here to try to find a magical staircase. I forget the name of the staircase right now.
Infinite staircase.
The infinite staircase
to heaven.
And so we were under the impression that the owners of this estate, Elland and Natasha, Archibald, have access to one of these staircases. The party did some drinking, did some partying, and then we got down to business, and Atlas did a little recon, and he has found the staircase. And so now it's up to the party to infiltrate and hopefully not kill anybody, because we don't need that,
Is that I thought you guys said that that's what you wanted to do.
To kill people?
Yeah, just like eliminate everyone.
I mean, maybe. I mean, we haven't talked about it yet.
I'm kidding.
Lady Torhana specifically asked you not to kill anybody.
Yeah, she did that.
I remember that.
Did she?
She did ask that.
And I remember making the comment that they're nobles and they'll probably be noticed missing. So
yeah, I mean, I don't think we should kill anybody, but we haven't had the discussion yet. I haven't told them where the staircase is. Atlas has some ideas on how to stage folks and pull this thing off, but as always with this campaign, breakfast is interesting, and I think that's what we're going to do now.
All right. Well, actually, it was kind of midday when they delivered did that, and you were insisted on telling the party about your adventure, that you found the staircase during breakfast. So you've got about like 16 hours or so until breakfast time.
Then, I mean, we could strike tonight. We could go in tonight. So if it's just midday, I'm going to go find them, pull them aside. And we'll just have an afternoon breakfast.
Do they call that at the moment, Jacques is not around to be seen. You're out in town doing your thing.
Oh, sad.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll talk to the rest of the party, but we obviously won't have the real tactical discussion until we have all players.
Okay.
But I'll let them all know, and what we can do is, what Atlas will do is some additional recon, trying to just figure out the routes on the outside of the house, and then what kind of weather do we have? Is it still a really sunny day? We're not getting inside the manor.
Shokow, 1 second. Is this the?
Come on, rain. Come on, rain. Roll for rain. All right, it's cold, but we all have fires.
Right. So you and Greem and A&Os can talk a little bit while I go let my dog out.
I think we should have Matt roll a D100 for rain.
Matt, I think, or Jacques, I think your face was extremely sad when you were like, "Oh, not there."
I thought it was there. It's like you're not there. Oh.
Yeah,
so do it without you.
You're buying armor.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm going clothes shopping. Sorry, sorry guys.
Yeah,
I'm sure you'll understand.
Jacques is like, I need to buy some clothes.
Fashion is very important to this game.
I didn't know that we were gonna do shopping.
If Hector's going to be at the party tonight, Jacques needs to look really good.
So, my friend, did you find the thing we were looking for?
I did. I found it. It's protected by an Atlas, kind of surveying the room. It's protected by 2 statues that, I'm going to need you and Jacques to really look at. But they were certainly there on guard duty, and they were not aware of my presence purely because I was invisible. So maybe that's how we go in and just circumvent it entirely. But I found the door. I opened the door, but I did not go inside. I would like to do a test with a ball bearing and place the ball bearing on the step inside, close the door, open the door, and ensure it's still there. Because what I'm worried about is we're going to go in, close the door, and then have no backout plan. Yeah, I don't know how this works. So I'm going to need you and Jacques to figure that out.
It's magic. Nobody knows how it works.
Don't say that, Grim. You're supposed to have...
Mine's divine magic, too, so I don't know this magic.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, I mean, to Atlas, it's all the same, right? It's
right.
Just magic.
I'm sure you know something about it.
I know how I can use it to kill things. That's pretty much it. What do you think, Alexander? Oh, I would tell you guys about the empty bedroom that is for folks that come from Devon. So it's empty right now. It should be empty all week. So what I'd like to do is stage in that room. We'll get everybody infiltrated in, stage in the room, and then go out onto that giant open area, that second floor hallway type of thing, right? And then get into that secret room. So we need to get to that bedroom is the sequence. By Alexander, any thoughts?
When would you wish to leave?
I think we should do it under cover of darkness, because Ellen and Natasha were sleeping in their own bed the other night. So I only assume they would be there again tonight. And I think the guards are going to be a little less. Some of them are going to be sleeping. So. And then I was able to easily infiltrate at night. Not to be arrogant, but it was me that was doing it. So getting all of us in there will be a little more difficult. And hopefully we can do it without hurting anybody. But I was able to do it rather easily. I also have the fly. So we could all take turns, right, riding the fly to the rooftop, and then I can open the window, we can swing down. There's ways we can talk about, but let's get Jacques here to really, maybe he has some magic that can help us. And ultimately, we still don't know how to deal with those statues, whatever they were.
Correct.
So we'll eat, and then I guess just wait for Jacques to get back from town.
All right, so an hour later, Jacques, you've gone around town, and you found what kind of armor were you looking for? Studded leather, or?
Something in the medium range. If they have fancy stuff, like any mithril stuff, then probably just like a breastplate. Just like a...
All right.
Standard
Are you
breastplate.
proficient in medium armor?
Yeah.
Okay. Then you can find... Let me roll here and see what you can find.
I like mithril because it's pretty in Elven, but if they don't have it, I'll just buy like base.
Yeah, they don't have mithril.
Not fancy.
Yeah, mithril's more dwarvish.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah,
Elvish,
but it's mined by dwarves. It's made a lot of time. It's made by the Fae and such, but it's mined by dwarves.
By dwarves.
Mostly, just because they're your typical deep in the earth type of miners. Not to say that it can't be mined by others, but it's a quality thing, you know. Anyone can mine it. Just dwarves.
The dwarves might mine it, but they certainly don't work with it as well.
All right, so you could find let's see what I roll, 14. Yeah, you can find a scale mail, up to scale mail if you want, which is 14 plus your dex modifier, but it's disadvantage on stealth. With that roll.
And I wish you would have added. Well, never mind.
Can I find like a chain shirt instead? That's a step down.
Yeah, you can find you can find chain shirt if you want. In this small town. It's 13 plus dex modifier, max of 2.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so you find a chain shirt. It's, what you would come to expect. It's got interlocking rings. It's nice and sturdy. It's new, not been worn.
As long as I can, I'll put a shirt over it.
Yep, it's 50 gold pieces.
All right, cool.
Okay, so an hour later, you come strolling through, and
And I probably wouldn't have kept it a secret I was going to go, so if anybody else was going to go with me to do, like, shop, it's not like I, like, slipped off or anything.
Yeah, I mean, I would have wanted to shop, but I feel it's weird to do it recon. So, Matt,
Yeah.
what do you think? Because, I mean, we just had this conversation with them.
You still have time during the day to shop, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because we'll have the conversation, wait till night, and okay. Cool.
Exactly. You guys will have hours. But Jacques, you walk back into the grounds, and the guards greet you as you've come to know as... Shoot, what was that guy's name?
Damaso?
Damaso. That's right. Damaso.
Damaso. Okay.
He greets you. Good day. And he lets you in. And there's a couple... not quite nobles, but rich upper class, just kind of perusing the grounds and walking. And you see Odo just there kind of by himself and admiring some of the local shrubbery, you know. He's like, okay, that's nice. He kind of hails you first before you are able to rejoin your party. There's Jacques.
Okay. I will go talk to him.
Yes, you.
Which one is Odo again? He's
Odo is one of the 6 that you've met on that first night that you spent.
he was part of the party night.
Yeah, he wasn't
He wasn't Hector, so I forgot about him.
Yeah, he wasn't Hector, so he just kind of watched if things got crazy, you know. He didn't really let him join.
Oh.
No, he was all right. He's a modest-looking man, but you can tell he's somewhat wealthy.
Gotcha.
No ranger games for you.
Yeah.
I'll go over. Hail him back.
Hey, Jacques. Desine, huh? Did you let slip your name or no?
First name.
First name. Jacques, you said you were a emissary, or with a group of emissaries, because that's who Greem and you were going as, from this nation. Correct?
Correct.
What was the nation again?
Are we going with Ether or Aether? Because I feel like I mispronounced it
It's
last time.
Aether, I think.
Aether. Okay. Aether. It is to the east.
To the east. I've not heard of that. Is it a
There's a budding nation.
budding nation? Interesting.
We're a startup.
We've got a GoFundMe if you wanna. I can get you the information.
Interesting.
Check out my Patreon.
Is this... We'll talk later tonight about it.
You should come meet me. There's several more emissaries that are here with me now, and even a lord of the nation, should you wish to
Really?
converse with him directly.
Well, this is very interesting indeed. I will seek you out tonight during the ball.
Very well. I look forward to it.
Good day, Jacques.
Now,
All right, and you go to the guest manor, and you see Aenos, Greem, and Atlas there at one of the tables, just kind of eating lunch.
you said just everybody's there.
Yeah, everyone's there.
Okay. How did the scouting go?
Successfully. I
Good.
found it. The question is how we get everybody there now without killing anybody.
What do we have to get past? Do you think?
There's 2 statues. I mean, the guards, the help, right inside of the manor. I mean, the help.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Atlas is a noble too, so he's kind of an asshole. Anyways, we got the help, and then there's 2 statues in that room that didn't notice me because of the invisibility. So I mean, that might be fine. I opened the door. There was no issue. It wasn't trapped. But I didn't experiment beyond that. There's a bedroom that I have high confidence will be empty tonight, and we'll stage there. So the first target is get everybody to the bedroom. The second target is get into the room without alerting those statues.
What time did everyone leave the previous night?
First night of the ball of the Storms Fest, It was a low-key affair. Around midnight, people were wrapping things up and heading to bed. Some earlier than that, and there wasn't that many people there either. There was not quite 20 people yet. And what's up?
Is tonight night 4 or night 3?
Night 2.
Oh, it's only night 2.
Yeah.
Nice, because you said 3 and 5 were the big nights.
Yeah,
right?
well, 3 through 5 are when the things really get kicking.
Okay, so we're good. Okay, cool.
So
dang it, we're gonna miss a good party, but we gotta go now, unfortunately. But
Well, as much as it
We
pains
could
me
wait
to
until one of the evenings when people will be too drunk to leave.
I mean, I would rather go when there's less people.
You're going to
I
say...
mean, that's people left at midnight.
I mean, that bedroom's empty right now until 2 young lovers decide to use it and screws them.
Imagine more in the future. More bedrooms will be occupied. More people will be blackout drunk on the floor.
That's what I'm saying. We should go tonight.
It's like when everyone, if they're too drunk to notice anyone just kind of sneaking off.
I'm not sure what you're going for.
Eventually, people are just going to be so inebriated that they don't notice, they don't care where people go, what happens.
I mean, the manor house has been locked down since we got here the day before the festival started, and it's been incredibly locked down. So I don't see that really changing.
Well, he's saying, I think he's trying to say that even though there will be more peoples on day 3 through 5, a lot more people will be so inebriated that you might have a better time getting past security and stuff. Because one, they'll have so much more people to look after, the guards will. And 2, a lot of people will be way more wasted than day 2.
I'm sensing an ulterior motive. You really want to party, don't you, Aenos? I can tell. You do not want to miss the festivities.
He likes
right?
Natasha, man, okay?
Yeah, right.
That's right. If we go tonight, you don't get your
his vampire time, right?
I mean, I can respect that, Aenos. I just need you to be straight with me. Is that part of it?
We need to do what we need to do.
You keep saying what, but they get offended if you can say who, or you're gonna ruin your chances with her.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, whatever the party thinks, I'm good with. I've detailed the plan. I think this is the most straightforward way to get to that room. But the time in which we go, I think we can all vote on it. What do you think, Green?
As much as I'd like to stay and party, I'd like to get going on the actual mission. So my vote is to go when there are less people to see us and not wait to take the chance if people are actually going to become drunk enough. Because even if they're drunk enough, they're still going to notice people moving and leaving and not coming back at a certain time. So the time might be fuzzy because of the drinking, but they're still going to notice that we've been gone. So.
And if we pull this off well and they don't really realize, they believe we've just left naturally, you can always come back.
Yeah.
As long as we don't blow our cover, right?
What if we get the guards drunk?
Depends on how stern and strict they are about their orders.
It depends on how you define drunk and if you want them to wake up again, because
Because I can poison them.
I mean,
Five guards drank themselves to death in one night. Well, what I was going to say earlier, I mean, as much as it pains me to admit, I can't get everybody invisible to get in there. So please don't rely on that.
Okay.
I wish that I was that powerful, but that's not an option.
Do you guys have any idea what so Matt, I don't want to misdescribe them, but I want to describe the statues to them the best that I can. I was in there for a minute with them, right?
Yeah, they just look like stone statues.
What were they? What statues of what?
Of men, of giant men.
They did turn and look
humanoid.
At him, right?
No, they did not.
No, because remember the invisibility wore off. They turned and looked at him.
No, that was a misdescription because he entered the room and I forgot he was invisible. So technically, he doesn't think they're.
I think they looked when the door was open, but that was it.
Well, that's because I thought I forgot that they don't have like tremor sense or anything like that.
Oh, that's
so as far
right,
as
okay.
Atlas knows, and as far as the rest of you know,
Okay. Okay.
they're just stone statues.
Gotcha. Okay.
Humanoid.
How big were they? Were they medium or were they large?
They're close to being very large, but you know they're like 9 feet tall. About, so not quite large, but very close.
So, how would we? How do we get in there? Because if we alert the statues, I don't think we'll be able to just run straight for the door, right? I mean, we all could just avoid combat. Well, I don't know anything about the statues.
Yeah, you don't know anything
Sorry.
about the statues other than that they're statues, and the placement seems odd for there to be 2 stone statues. That's the most that you might think.
Okay. All right. Well, then.
I unfortunately, like, my specialty is human guards, like illusion and things like that. I can't necessarily like put a statue to sleep, so I don't know how helpful I will be in this particular scenario.
I mean, because honestly, Matt, I mean, it sounds like Atlas has nothing to be concerned with. So his biggest hurdle is getting people into that spare room and then getting them into the
which is another thing, because that spare room kind of falls overlooking the ball grounds, like because it's outside again tonight because the weather's good. You know, so that's another thing that Atlas kind of brings up to himself, at least.
Gotcha. I didn't realize what way that wall was facing.
Yeah, it's kind of like overlooking the grounds. It's like on the corner. It's not quite fully...
So is there...
Yeah.
Was there another room that I could go into and then we just expose ourselves for longer?
On the inner courtyard, there is a room on the inner courtyard that you could go to. I think it was a study.
And then
but you have to get to the inner courtyard to begin with, which is... You're not really allowed to go there without permission, because the building's kind of like a square, and the inner courtyard is in the center of this square. So you have to go through the manor to get to it. Yeah. And at present moment, none of you have the explicit permission to go there unsupervised.
I don't know if this would be an avenue that we could explore, but Odo is a lord that we met. Me and Greem spent a wonderful night with the first evening here. And he has taken interest in this budding nation of yours, and expressed interest in possibly meeting with you. He is a little bit more higher status. Maybe you could somehow manipulate him or use him to get in or give us purpose.
I mean, I could forge a document that says we have rights to the grounds, too, and then I don't have to talk to this guy.
True.
Sounds like Bad News Bears.
I was thinking he could potentially be some kind of benefactor. I don't know. I didn't get to talk to him too much. Social manipulation is more your side.
Well, I was going to joke and say, well, how good is his judgment if he slept with you too? But I'm not that big of an
didn't, though. He just watched.
Yeah.
So he does show restraint.
Second thought. I would love to meet him.
He could resist. He could resist the beard. So there's something to be said for him.
I mean, the infiltration part is hard. I mean, we could all get fake drunk and then just stumble in, but I mean, it's just difficult. I mean, the issue is if we can get people into the study at different times, right? Come up with a story for everybody to go in themselves. One of you is drunk or whatever, right? One of you is lost or whatever, right? I can sneak in again. That was no problem. I can do it again. So and then we have visibility. How many times could you do that worst case?
I can get 2 people. And it would have to be once. I can only cast it. Unless you want me to just run in here real quick. I can power nap for 8 hours, and then I can get 4 people.
Well, technically you can't, because you can't benefit from a long rest more than once in a 24-hour period.
Okay.
So
I can get 2 people, probably. I could probably BS my way through. If you could stealth through, I could probably slip through.
That's what I'm saying is, and then you would take it, so we would cast it on Greem and Aeonos. They would come with me, right? separate but together, and then you would just talk your way in.
Hmm.
I mean, that sounds.
You briefly mentioned a concern of magical sentries.
But that you don't know about those because Matt's saying I don't know about those.
So
So
you didn't bring them up at all?
Yeah,
I guess not.
no
So
one
I
knows.
would-
yeah,
well,
I have
can
no
totally do this
understanding.
then.
Yeah.
Matt really wants the Archibalds to know about us. So
no. I'm just
kidding.
saying that was a miscommunication.
I'm just messing. So Atlas thinks the biggest hurdle is getting into that room, staging all of us, so we can all go into that room and get through the door together. Lo and behold, our larger problem is something that Atlas doesn't know about. So,
I mean, you know that they're odd. You
Yeah.
know that
I would-
it's an
I
odd
would-
placement. You know,
Did they have
Someone
weapons
wants me
to
to do an Arcana check to try and
what's that?
discern that just from the description.
no,
I
you
think we have to
can't.
be there.
Yeah, you kind of have to see them for that. But Atlas, Zach, what's that?
Oh, I was wondering if they had weapons too, because like if they're asking me more about the statues, right? Because it was an empty room with 2 statues, kind of strange.
Yeah,
right?
no, it's kind of strange. But-
Dusty, cobwebby, etc. Right?
yeah, very like. There's even dust on the statues, but actually make a little history check just to like recall.
Okay.
Can we do anything to grill him from a magical perspective and having dealt potentially with like golems who normally work in service of a wizard? Because my biggest worry about this manor is the wizard, the caster that's in there. I think that there is some sort of magical trap at some point. That's why he never leaves the manor. He or she. I haven't been able to see him.
History 19.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
You seem to recall that the stone golems don't have as much dust on them as the floor and everything else in the room does,
Okay, I passed that on to the team.
which is peculiar.
Yeah, for sure. And like, I don't know. Atlas I would think would maybe have the sense of being watched, right? Like that
Yeah.
innate gut instinct of being a spy and all that stuff. So if he didn't feel comfortable in that room,
Yeah, you
know, I
didn't
would
feel comfortable. I'll say
yeah.
that.
So I mean, I would explain that too. That it just felt off. So.
So can I run through some basic like things that would have been set up for like some kind of scrying alarm, anything like that? Can I kind of run through those scenarios with him to see? Because like I said,
Yeah.
100%. Jock's biggest concern is he knows there's a spellcaster who never leaves the man, so he's clearly guarding something.
Mhm.
Like, did you see this? Did you see that? Like, did you see?
1 second. All right, real quick, Matt.
Yep.
It is under equipment where you have all your equipment listed, and then under that it has armor AC. It's basically where your line of credit is. You added your line of credit to that. I'm not sure, to be honest, but go ahead and add it. Let me see. Yeah.
I'll be right back.
See where I added a section there by chance under line of credit?
Oh, you're talking about not on the main character sheet, huh? Like under the equipment section. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, just add it
and
there.
then drag change shirt to that point, and it will automatically fill
Oh,
everything
okay.
in from the compendium.
Cool. Appreciate it.
Yep. All right. So sorry. What was that you wanted to?
I want to quiz them and just say, because these are some things that maybe I've seen in the past from an arcane standpoint. Like,
Yeah.
Like if there's, you can set up the alarms using like runes, and did you see any like a scrying where maybe somebody had set up some kind of magical alarm, any magical triggers?
Yeah. Go ahead and make an Arcana check from his description of the room.
Can I wait for Greem to give me guidance?
Yeah. Sure.
Or can I say that Greem's going to give me
Yeah.
guidance?
I think it's a cantrip, anyways, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah. Greem gives you guidance. I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
Greem's probably the better arcana. I'm actually not.
But not bad.
Nice.
You
Let me just add the
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Really good. From the description of the room, it seems that either since they have less dust on them, and that the fact that Atlas felt watched even though he was invisible, that either someone is seeing through the statues, or the statues are some kind of like an alarm system, and they might animate, or they might already be animated but just waiting for a trigger. It sounds like something a wizard might do.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have concerns about that. I don't know. It does make me feel a little bit better about the wizard on a personal level if his alarm couldn't see through my invisibility. So I just want to point out that you probably invested in the correct spellcaster. So.
Well, I helped you build your house, so you're...
Yeah, no, yeah. I'm just trying to reaffirm your decision there.
I didn't die, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, this works out well.
All right. Anything else you guys want to discuss?
I mean, the trick is, how do we get everybody in there, right? Atlas is solved. I can just get back in there. Jacques, I do believe you. I think you could talk your way in there. But can you talk your way in with Aenos and Grimm so we don't have to use a spell?
I put them in my pocket. I don't know how adverse you guys are to becoming mice, but I mean, I'd still have to use a spell, but I could put you in my pocket. The only advantage I see to that is from your description. We've got a vague description of what's happening in there. And I know that you were invisible and they couldn't see you, but I also know that you are a very quiet individual. And I know that 2 armored people might, even though being invisible, could make some noise.
Yeah.
It could trigger some alarms. So I could put them in my pocket and carry them in with me as mice.
Grimm, Alexander, how do you feel?
Or you could put them in your pocket because you're quieter than I am.
I mean, I would take them. Yeah, I won't put them in the haversack. Okay, that would.
We get to the other side. It's just you. You're like, we may have had an accident.
Atlas would be fine. You could put Atlas in the haversack. Well, Jacques doesn't know that yet, but Atlas could go in the haversack.
The only question that I would have is, do we still have our ability to use our skills and stuff when we're in that form?
No, you're a mouse. Yeah, you're just.
Then what good would it be for us to be able to see these things and discern what they do?
Well, no, we're just saying if I turned you into mice and he just snuck you in and straight through the doorway.
By the way, while I think you were gone, Jacques did some more guessing.
You did give me some guidance. Thanks for your passive guidance.
Yeah, you gave some guidance. Yeah. And so, Jacques, you want to tell him what you found?
Yeah. So basically, from what we've understood, those statues there, given what he's described, I think could either potentially be some kind of alarm room that would alert guards, or they might even be some kind of magical defense in and of themselves, potentially golems, maybe, I don't know from the description. And my worry was, I could turn you guys invisible because we know that worked with Atlas, but he's also light-footed for our armored people. I thought it might be better, instead of going invisibility, just tuck you away, sneak you in.
Yeah, I agree.
And if I can't BS my way through, or I get busted in there, at least 3 of you guys made it through.
Yeah.
And you just get me out of jail when you come back.
I mean, if you fail, you at least have the greater invisibility.
I don't if I fail, because I
it's the same spell.
I have one more spell left.
Yeah, he cast one today or last session.
I will give you the fly. Do you want that as a backup plan? And you give me the fly back.
Oh, the ebony fly. Okay, I was like, your armor, you can only cast that on yourself.
I
didn't even think about the fucking wings. Jesus, I haven't even used that yet, have I?
No.
I have not used the wings at all. Okay, so I have a lot of ways of flying right now. So most of them disappear on me when the armor decides, though. So.
No, the fly, it's once a day for 10 minutes.
No, I know.
Yeah.
On the armor it is?
Yeah. He can't dispel that.
He can't. He can just make me hurt.
Yeah, he can make you hurt.
All right, so but the ebony fly, I also have that one, which is much longer. What?
No, it's just funny. It's just funny.
Yeah,
Out of
no,
nowhere, some fucking giant fly.
Yeah. Well, it's
I'm in
silent
here
though,
by
right?
accident.
Well, it sounds like a fly.
Okay.
Still has
Interesting.
wings.
I mean, I haven't ridden it yet, so Atlas would think that it's going to be super incognito stealth mode, I guess. But
I don't know how. Like, I get busted in this room. The guards run in. I throw the fly down. I'm just like holding this fly, and I'm like, I thought this was a bedroom.
no, they kick you out. They kick you out, and you apologize for being intoxicated and return to the party, and then try again, and I let you in the window.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think that I don't know. How are you feeling? I think we've solved the mice thing. I think is good. I'll bring them with me, and I'll stage in the bedroom. How long does the mice thing last? Is there anything I can do to bring them back as people?
Can throw them down on the ground real hard.
I was.
And this is where Atlas betrayed the party. Crush.
Well, they actually just turn into themselves after that.
I'd just be afraid that if they catch you with mice in your pocket and you're like pretending to be drunk, but like, I was just looking for a room to stick these things up my ass.
Oh, Jesus.
Like, what the hell? Get out of this house.
I was thinking.
Fucking nobles and their weird shit.
I was thinking something along the lines of, I cast it on them. You tell me how long you think it's gonna take you, because I don't think it's gonna last that long. I think it's only like a
It's like a minute.
It's
and
an
after a minute,
hour,
we
I
pop
think.
out
Polymorph?
in human form.
Yeah, it is an hour.
Yeah.
But I was thinking, you tell me how long you think it's gonna take you.
I mean,
and then
worst case,
I'll dispel it once you're through. Like, give me like 5 minutes.
yeah. I mean, I'm wondering if we should just ride it out, because you could dispel it when we're in the staircase together, right? Yeah. Or I guess the statues too. But the reason I say that is that there's still a guard patrol who has to come check this room, right? So just because I've chose the room doesn't make us, invulnerable. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to non-fatally take somebody out and hide them underneath the bed or something like that.
Not like we've ever done that before.
Not in this house. Never.
Never put anyone in a globe.
No.
Yeah.
Not in a globe.
So I might have to
cut the guy in half and put
I
it
might
in a
have to
globe.
use my assassinate class feature with non-lethal damage, and
There you go.
try to jack up some dudes. And I think that the least people in this fucking bedroom, the better. How big was the bedroom, Matt? Like,
that bedroom was really good.
but like 20 by 30 is still only like 5 squares, right?
Well, 5 by 6 squares.
It's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a pretty big.
That's a good space, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll just hide behind the door until Jacques comes in the room.
Oh, so I thought you were actually you were going to go through the door.
Like the
No,
infinite.
I'm going in through the window.
Well, I meant like once you get in the room, you were going to go through the door, and then I was going to follow in.
No, I think we should all get together in the room, and then we should all enter into the room with the statues. I think we should stage in that bedroom together.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay. Because I feel about 85% sure that there are magical alarms in this room that I will set off when I go through.
So just come to the bedroom, right? And by the way, so when we did that tour, Matt, 2 people saw it. It was me and who else?
Greem, I thought. No,
it was Green.
Was it Greem? Okay.
Okay.
You saw the door. You saw through the illusion. Everyone else still, even though they mentioned it, you still just saw a wall.
Yep. And that's the issue is I hope that Jacques was Jacques on the tour?
Yeah,
Jacques was on
I turned
tour. He
you
just didn't
invisible.
see it.
That's right. He just didn't see it. Okay, but
I was
us
busy
telling
talking.
it to them?
Well, it doesn't
that
see
just-
through the illusion. They could, but if you show them where the doorknob is and stuff, they could just reach for the doorknob.
Well, so what I mean is, when he walks in this room, I tell him it's on the second floor. This wall, there's still like 5 doors on that wall, right?
Well,
so
this one is at the very end. It's like reaches kind of a corner. You could explain that. And there's a large painting.
Okay.
That's not really a painting that you saw. You saw through it. It dispelled for you.
Okay.
But there was a large painting where the door basically was like a
I just want to
tapestry.
make sure he has the right door. That's what I really want. Is come in the room with us.
Because you did get me like right before that. Because once you found it, you got me and said, well, that's when we turned you invisible so you could get through the door.
Okay. All right.
So I've got a pretty good idea.
Correct.
I think this plan is not half bad, folks.
So we are meeting we're all meeting in the bedroom first.
Yep. And then, all right. So real quick on the meta, Alexander or Jonathan, how much do you want to wait one night? It's
really just all about what Anos wants to do.
Ipso facto, what would you like to do?
Yeah. What would you like to do?
But he also does not trust her.
Because I don't want to rob you, Jonathan, of a really cool experience, right? Or cool story or whatever, right? And so
I gotta feel that this is gonna be more than him just sleeping with her.
Yeah, I mean, I think it ends in combat, right? Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm near positive.
And so
You are very aggressive in bed.
That's the one that's gonna be aggressive.
So I just want to make sure you get to do with your hook what you want to do with it. You know what I mean?
I honestly kind of want to just do it just to see how it goes at this point. He want to sleep with her, but he is pretty sure that this is like you said vampire first thing, and it's like
sharp canines, man. I'm a simple boy. I don't know magics.
Yeah,
okay?
and like as far as like vampires, werewolves, and stuff, that's like about as far into the supernatural or the monstrous as common knowledge goes. So it's to you, Anos, it's not that far of a stretch for a common man, which Atlas kind of is.
Atlas is noble by birth for the first 10 years of his life,
like
and
that,
then
Zach.
a common man for sure. What's that? Cutting out.
What's that, John?
say that again. I didn't hear Zach. at all.
I was saying that you guys would know this by now. Atlas was noble born for 10 years, right? And then he got shipped off by presumably his family. He still doesn't know who shipped him off, right?
Yeah.
But then he got sent to basically assassin camp. You know what I mean? And it was his family's tribute to that. And so he's kind of common after that. You know what I mean? He's kind of still knows a bit about nobility and still is noble blood.
So
and we clarified last time though that she didn't actually try and use magic on you.
Yep.
She just so that
she used no charm whatsoever other than the charm of a beautiful woman.
So what Anos is thinking is that that she's not a vampire or that she's not magical, but there is still something weird about her. And he's almost as much as he wants to sleep with her, he wants to figure out what the deal is.
He's like, yeah.
So this is Zach saying that going tonight makes the most sense for Atlas. But if you really wanted to stay, we can make it happen. You know what I mean? Because our plan we just made works on any night. Because Atlas is stealth, pretty independent of all the folks, right? The population going up doesn't affect. Once I knew what the plan was, I feel more comfortable with waiting and having more people.
Yeah.
Right.
And we could just wait another night just to be certain to make all four of us invisible.
Did you guys decide while I was out that are we going to wait a night for A&Os?
So Atlas talks to all of you guys privately, like after lunch, except Alexander. You guys, this
Want me
is
to step away?
whatever. You can if you want. Yeah, Matt's the final verdict right there. But okay, you guys, have you seen the light in his eyes? Like through the mask, you can. There's been a switch, man. He is engaged and like coming back to the world of the living here. And if we're gonna have him fighting by us side by side, we can't have any more of this weird shit, right? I think he needs this, albeit incredibly dangerous, and we all agree it's gonna go terribly. But it's one of those things he might just need, right? Like, what are you guys thinking?
So are you saying by this weirdness there's a potential that I may actually see his face at some point if we go down this road?
I think so. I genuinely do believe that this could be the first step in normalizing him. Or, I mean, devil's advocate here, she burns him and then he continues to hate everybody, right? So, I mean, that's an option too.
Sure.
That's always an option.
So if I'm understanding right, my options are risk life and limb for a dimensional doorway to an infinite number of planes tonight.
Yep.
Or have one last night of partying, debauchery, alcohol, while A&Os goes on a quest to get laid.
Yes, pretty much. That is the difference. Yeah.
And I get more spells the next day because I'll actually crash out tonight.
Yes. Also,
well, you know where my verdict is then.
All right. Green, how are you feeling? All right, sounds good. Let's go deliver the good news, and then also, how can we get him to keep tabs or like let us know how things are going? Because I'm really worried he's gonna get kidnapped. We haven't seen that wizard. We haven't, he might just disappear, and then we gotta go find him, and it's gonna get ugly. I mean, I know where her bedroom is, but that's not her playroom. That's what she told me, right?
Yeah.
So they're gonna be in the basement most likely, almost guaranteed.
I'm going to say he's a big kid. I think if things go wrong, I
It's
have
his
faith.
fault.
I have faith that he will be able to either get out of it or get in contact with us.
Okay, I'm gonna enjoy my night then.
Now, do you want to use this opportunity to talk politics with Odor? I mean, I know that's probably not how you want to enjoy your night, but potentially set up a political alliance here, or at least explore what he has to offer. I know he's wealthier than the other, or I'm pretty sure he's wealthier than the other people that are staying.
He's
with
fairly
us.
wealthy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to have that conversation.
Because I would like to check that emissary box on my resume and say I did actually help facilitate something.
Yeah, we're gonna
the
build
resume.
you an extra room yet.
Yes, So, yeah, I'm really good with this plan.
All right, DM. I think it's back to you. Or
Okay.
I guess we let Alexander know that we're gonna stay and enjoy ourselves one more night, and treat it like a non-thing. It's just a decision we made. Die today or die tomorrow. Die tomorrow. It's fine.
Me and Grim still have one more night of party left in us.
Anos is a little surprised and kind of doesn't really make much out of it, though.
Did we get a smile?
Still got the mask on.
As
you
much
can't
as
tell.
a smile as we can tell.
Did you put the smiley face mask on though?
Yeah, there you go.
Right now, he's just got the wood one on.
He puts the shocked one on. We're gonna say one more night. What? Fade to smile.
All right, cool. Well, Atlas is gonna go shopping.
Okay. What are you looking
now.
for?
Not like just normal bullshit. To be honest with you, they don't have anything magical, right?
Mm-mm. It's
Yeah,
like
so-
it's just like
It's
general
pretty
adventuring gear.
I'll ping you what I'm gonna buy. I'm gonna get some alchemist fire and some other
They don't
stuff.
have any of that.
What?
That's magical.
I tell you as you're leaving, it's pretty shitty here.
I guess the alchemist fire is magical. That's
Yeah.
a good point. I didn't really think about that.
The Walmart is 10 miles away. It's pretty awful.
Which means they have no healing
highway
potions
to-
either, right?
Yeah, they don't have any healing potions. Ilenfoss is aside from the nobility here, Lord Archibald. It's pretty. You notice the town isn't really well off, despite Ilenfoss being world renowned for its ciders. The lower class is definitely suffering a little bit. It seems some wealth maybe isn't going where it should, or maybe you've
Interesting.
overestimated how well Ilenfoss really sells. The ciders do.
It's that new tax plan of theirs.
Yeah. And sorry, my dog is being very high maintenance right now.
It was a McDonald's, and that's it. It's terrible.
I know where we can find some magical shit.
Oh,
Yeah, we raid the wizard's
So-
room.
Yeah. I bet there's a wizard
Lay
who's
down.
got
Go
magic
lay
shit.
Okay. It's chosen like all the wrong moments to play and be let out, and I'm like, where's Debbie at?
Debbie.
Oh,
Yeah, when-
she's on the interstate still. She's still stuck in traffic.
when I have to let mine out tonight, I actually have to stay out there. He had surgery, so he's stitches all over, so he can't be outside. So I have to actually watch him.
Oh man.
So when we take a 5-minute break, let me know, and that's
All right.
when I'll
Yeah,
I'll
I got
actually
you.
let him out.
Okay, so you were looking for. Oh yeah, I was talking about the lower class, and it's not like they're not enjoying their Stormfest as well. Okay, they are. There's a big pavilion set up actually in the main square where the general store and the inn/tavern is, and they've had their own little party. Granted, it's not as extravagant as the parties that you guys have been going to. But it does look like the town has Lord Archibald maybe set aside some money to put towards the festivals. So anything else you want to do?
Who owns the wines again? Is it the Archibalds that own the wine business?
Well, they oversee the town. They're kind of like the mayor, although he's a duke.
Okay.
So all the taxes go right to him.
Basically. Well, and a split of those, the majority of those taxes go to Aerodenia, i.e. Devon, to support the crown. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not Robin Hood, so this is not my fight.
Yeah.
So.
No, I'm just saying you notice it. You notice that this town, despite the rich manor grounds that you've been shown.
I'm thinking I don't feel so bad for stealing from this guy.
Yeah,
but,
he I mean, talking to him, he seems like a guy who's just been brought up nobility, and his father before him and him before him, so he's very spoiled, and maybe he doesn't manage it properly. You don't really know, and nor do you really care, because that's not your fight, as you said.
Yep.
Okay.
So I think I've kind of determined that he's probably not managing it at all. It feels like that his wife is.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys, Atlas, you get back. There's nothing really in town unless you want to replenish like call chips or ball bearings or whatever.
So I don't need more ball bearings. Holy shit, 1,000 lasts forever. Because I don't use them for the thing they're supposed to be used for. What I'll do is I'll just get new fabric, basically. Okay.
Yeah.
Just a bunch of fabrics.
In this area, reds and dark greens are kind of the style over here. And so it's various shades of dark reds and greens for the most part.
Cool.
All right. Yeah, you guys meet and you pretty much wait the rest of the time till the festival?
Yeah.
Okay. So the night begins.
One thing before we go, actually, while we're meeting throughout the day, how do you, since I'm posing as an emissary, how do you want me to present this kingdom? Like, right now I'm trying to keep it at hush hush. Like when he asked me, I was just like, why don't you talk to the Lord? Like,
yeah, I mean, I think hush hush is honestly the best. They're just so close that we're not at the point of trying to really establish trade routes or any relationships yet. I mean, I'll talk to this guy, but those conversations don't ever really go well. People just feel threatened, right? That you very rarely get somebody that wants in on the ground floor and actually wants to bootstrap with you. They just want to kill your vision. So we're not really there, I don't think.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So the festival. You guys, you notice that there are a couple more people here. There's almost 30 tonight. Almost 30 other people. And you know that the nobility here, it's really pretty much just the Archibalds. Everyone else is kind of well-to-do merchants and upper-class citizens. And it's going well. The drinks are to be had. Aenos, you notice that Damaso is there again, just on the outskirts, and he gives you a nod. What mask are you wearing tonight, Aenos?
I'll be wearing the
The I'm gonna get laid mask.
He's already got the O face on.
But gonna go with the yellow one, yellow happy.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah,
More
you
golden
are.
yellow, and with the white eyebrows, it's happy. It's very odd to be seeing Aenos like this, but Damaso kind of greets you. Any news tonight, my friend?
I'm getting laid.
Nothing. Very well. Yeah, here's the tonight. And he gets you a drink, hands you
Do
one.
I see where the drinks are coming from? Do I see where they were poured from?
Yeah. It's just like a table. Like there's this huge table. It's like 50 feet long, and there's just already poured drinks that people can just grab throughout the night.
I go up with him and grab one separate from one that he may be reaching to.
Okay.
I go for a totally different one. I don't trust this guy. I kind of want to do an insight. Like, I want to read this guy's mannerisms. Is he off from what I might see as a guard, or what he told me he was before?
No, he's about like you met him the other night. You know, you think it's just, you know, another night, another guard duty.
Gotcha.
And Doug, can you move your mic down just like a quarter inch or an inch? It's hitting getting that breath again. Oh, or maybe it's not you. Maybe it's someone else. I don't know. Do you have your fan on?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Okay. That was
I'm
why.
not turning it off.
I got you. You flicked it up. That's good. You know, you think he's just being a guard, and it's kind of just like this brotherhood almost. You know, I'm guard duty, you're on guard duty. Let's have a drink. And he grabs you one, and cheers. One Illenfoss Red won't do us any harm, will it?
I just drink.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw if you would.
All right.
DC 15.
I said one drink. Yeah, fuck it. We're on duty.
You're good.
Yeah, fuck it.
You should not feel the effects from this one cup.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel like you had to shake something off. You're not sure what it was. And you notice it, and he kind of. Oh man, let me tell you, those Archibalds, huh? They know how to throw a party.
There was one, and he was stone cold before this, right?
Correct.
All right, is there any way that I could discern something strange about this?
Oh, you know, it's just your years of training.
That's why could I figure out what is doing this in the drink?
Okay. Go ahead and make. Let me see here.
Nature?
Yeah, nature would be a good one.
It's bad, but let's give it a shot. It's -1.
Yeah. See what you got, buddy. Yeah,
6.
you're smelling it. You're like, it could be a poison. It could be something. It's not nature related. Go ahead and make a just a plain intelligence check. Your nobility.
Also, -1.
Yeah, just go for it.
12.
You're smelling it, and you're looking at the color. It's a little bit deeper red than you thought the Illenfoss Red was, and it's not been unheard of for nobility houses, certain houses. Granted, this is not every nobility house across the land does this, but the Archibalds have shown themselves to be somewhat hedonistic.
It's ram's blood.
And throw parties as such. There are certain things that you can buy that make people more desirable all of a sudden, and more.
They put X in the drink.
Yeah, they make them.
They make them more susceptible to
their base
persuasions.
desires. You know, more susceptible to their base desires, essentially. It's nothing dangerous. You get the gathering. Demonta's like, man, Natasha, am I right? She's one good-looking lady. I might have half a mind to ask her out tonight. You know,
I'm just not even paying attention to him. I'm just kind of looking at people. It's like, is there anyone that does not have a drink?
Yeah, everyone has a drink at the moment. Atlas, Greem, and Jacques. It's up to you if you have a drink in your hand or not.
I'm actually going to try to be a good emissary and not partake at least until after Odor meets Atlas.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably take it pretty easy tonight. So
Okay.
just because I know the mission's going to be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Now that being
But would
said,
you-
though, I have advantage on Constitution
Yes, I get
saves against poison. So
Yes.
I
Correct.
could try.
Yeah, you don't know. No one else knows about this yet. So it's just up to your character if you think he would have a drink or two tonight.
He will,
All right.
just not right now.
Okay. Let me know when that time comes. Atlas?
Okay.
Maybe something watered down, like a watered down wine or something like that. So it
Well,
looks.
ciders aren't really quite wine strength, so that is basically all they serve right now is cider. So you
Yeah,
go grab
I mean,
a table? I mean, grab a
something to-
drink off the table?
Yeah, I mean, just to blend in. That's what I'm going for
Yeah.
here. Blend in.
Go ahead, make a Constitution saving throw as Odo comes up to you.
Why for one drink? All right.
Well,
That's the thing.
Jesus
All right.
Christ.
Wow.
You have disadvantage on all ability saves, and you act towards your base desires.
I got drunk off one drink.
It
Don't
is not
mistake.
drunk. It's something else.
Am I there? Are we all together still?
As soon as I know what's up, I'm going to go tell them. Just
Yeah.
a matter of time.
drink the wine.
Yeah, Aenos comes up to you, Atlas, as you start drinking. And let's see, this lasts for 2 hours for you,
He's
Atlas.
like, you guys should know. Too late.
So you basically have disadvantage on all ability saves at the moment.
Do I
And
feel weird?
You do. You
leave.
you don't even finish the drink. You take a sip, and you start to get lightheaded, and everything, your skin feels electric.
Yeah. If I would leave and go to my room,
No, it feels good. That's what I'm saying. It feels really good. You feel really relaxed. You feel like your base desires kind of
Feel sexy
enthrall you.
I don't know how that would work on Atlas because he hates things messing with his mind, right?
Yeah.
And so if he drank one drink and it's not going the way it normally would, he would probably
Yeah,
recuse
it's
himself. Like, I'm not gonna have a meeting with a diplomat. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If I'm not in my right mind,
Well,
I'm not
Odo
really-
comes up to you while you're drinking, is what I said before this.
Okay.
It's like, bye.
So
Yeah.
Odo approaches you. I am told that you are this noble from a land called Aether. I would like to talk a little bit more.
Yeah, perhaps we can discuss tomorrow. I'm actually not feeling very well. I'm gonna head back to my quarters.
Very well.
It's like, damn it.
You must understand, sir, that this is our third day here, and while we enjoy such revelries and parties, it can take a toll on one.
All right.
Please
I'll
don't
say
take this personally.
Atlas for you. That's acceptable because that is kind of your base desire due to your training.
Yeah, I would immediately be like, this isn't right. This is not good. I'm
Yeah.
going away. I want this to go away. I'm
Yeah,
leaving.
you feel
Go
really
away.
good, but you realize that it's not natural to be feeling like this after a couple sips. And at this point that you're leaving Odo, he's like, oh.
But I tried to, like I said, I tried to calm
Yeah.
him a little bit.
Does it remind me of the happy shrooms?
A little bit, but not quite. There's no visuals, but
Okay.
you feel very relaxed and you're not quite as mentally fuzzy. It's not affecting your mental state so much as it is just removing your inhibitions. It's like you had 10 drinks off of one drink.
I feel you. Stone roofied this shit. I
Yeah.
got you.
Basically, that's what you're feeling.
Me and Green are over in the corner like, oh, what? No, we didn't do anything.
The only two not drinking.
Yeah, so Odo turns to you, Jacques, as Aenos goes up to Atlas. So Atlas, Aenos, go for it.
Something strange with the drinks.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Yeah, I know.
What you hear, Aenos, is, I'm out of here.
On the party.
Okay, and I just can I see Green and Jacques?
Yeah, you see Green just kind of looking around, and you see Jacques starting to talk with Odo.
Okay. I guess to kind of keep up the act, I guess I'll just escort Atlas back. But once he's back, I'm gonna come back to here.
Okay, sounds good.
And, but before I'm gonna talk to Green and Jacques and tell them the sun's up with the drinks.
That's what I was gonna say. If you start to leave with him, I'm gonna kind of quietly give you the Like, are you guys all right? Like, what are we doing
Yeah,
here?
he tells you that there's something up with the drinks.
Yeah.
Greem, you haven't quite drinking yours yet.
When Atlas gets back to his room, he's just going to meditate until he can flush his mind back to his normal zen.
Takes about 2 hours.
Cool. And then after that, he might be interested in coming back
All
out.
right.
But let
Sounds
me know when
good.
2 hours is
Yep,
up.
will do. But Aenos lets both you, Greem, and Jacques know that there's something up with the drinks as he escorts Atlas to the manor.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a drink, and
I'm just gonna laugh.
while I'm doing my Constitution checks,
With
I'm,
advantage.
I'm also, I also want to try to taste what it might be and try to figure out what's in it.
Okay.
So first, let's do the one thing
All right.
that I
Advantage
hope works out.
on your Constitution saving throw.
Okay, advantage on con save. Excuse me.
It's all right.
Okay. 14.
Unfortunately, DC 15. You missed it by 1.
Okay.
So
before that hits me just yet, though, as I'm tasting it, I want to try to figure out what is in it.
all right. It's ability saves, not ability check, so it's just normal check for you then. Go ahead and roll a nature check.
Nature. $20.
Nice. All right. You know this. It's a byproduct. It's not something that is naturally found, really. But it is a byproduct of a healing root, of hill root, for making potions and the like. And some people have found that you can kind of process this another way. And this drug is poison, really, is non-lethal, and it is very expensive. You know that a single vial of this, which is very small, like we're talking this small of a vial, which contains about 10 drops, is about 100 gold pieces.
God damn.
And there's at least 100 glasses on the table ready.
That's potent.
Yeah. So the Archibalds seem to be very well off. And then you just kind of, you feel really good. You feel relaxed. Your skin feels electric. You start reacting to your baser desires, whatever that is for Greem.
Put my hand on Jacques, my friend.
Oh.
This is your base desire.
loved you.
Confession time.
My friend, I have a present for you. No, there is someone has manipulated the heal root. I wager at least the first 100 glasses or so are laced with it. Excuse me for a minute. I have to go dance.
Does Odor have a drink?
He does. He hasn't really drinking it yet.
Feel it on him.
He's smelling it. I love these ciders. They are so delightful.
Which do you have? I ask, or can I see through the glasses? You have the red, the pink.
Yeah, it's the red. They're all reds tonight.
Oh, the reds.
Yeah.
The pink is actually my favorite. I hear that the red is a little stout, and then it takes a hardier soul to drink a glass in less than a few moments.
Please, a hardy soul. I am not such a hardy soul. They are delightful. As he takes the sip.
Can I try to, like I said, I'm trying to manipulate a little bit about the speed of drinking. I said hardy soul to drink it in less than a few moments. I'm trying to goad him into drinking a little bit.
Into drinking? Okay.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, no, it successfully works. He's drinking. He say that as he takes a sip and it turns into a gulp. And let's see what he rolls. Nope. Oh, so you're saying your friend,
Lord Atlas? Is that who-
Atlas, yes.
who had to leave?
What a
Yes.
delightful person he is.
I apologize you had to leave. Did you have questions?
He's like, get the fuck out of my way.
you know,
He's
it's
wonderful
this
man.
kingdom of yours. It's so interesting because there's only 5 kingdoms, and you say you have your own kingdom.
Well, no. Remember, we did not refer to it as a kingdom. We are more of a think of us as a new enterprise.
Listen, I understand.
Your glass is empty. Do you want here? I haven't had any of mine yet. I just swapped glasses.
I
while we
would
talking.
love some of yours. Thank you. Turns out
And I
he's an
think I
alcoholic, and his
put
base
it down
desire is
and
to drink more.
I put it down and pick up another glass to hold for when he finishes.
I think. Listen,
He's got a sexy voice on.
I think that. Yeah, he may not look for much, but his voice is sexy. I think that we need more nations in this world of ours. And I think it's wonderful if you guys are starting your own. You know, the time of great nations is over. Smaller states should govern over their own surrounding areas. And this would lead to an overall increase in happiness of the local populace, knowing that their ruler would be closer to home, would it not?
I couldn't agree more. I'm going to put an arm around his shoulder while we're talking.
Oh, hello.
How strongly do you feel about this?
Oh,
Enough that-
fucking down with it all, I say,
Well,
as he
true, let's
louds.
bring that in.
Down.
Yeah, down with those bugbear bastards. So you were talking about, or do you feel maybe this is something you support enough that you might make a donation?
Donation? For what? I am but a humble merchant
give you
guild
my dick
officer
right
from Port Valor. I mean, I have some money, yes.
Would you be willing to use some of that money to
Make a deception check, or make a persuasion check with advantage.
I sometimes use this to buy goods and or services. Yes.
Did you say
Yes.
persuasion or deception? Which one? do you want?
Persuasion with advantage.
Okay.
Come on.
Oh, nice.
Now, holy. You know,
I like your face.
the time of the great nations is over, as I said.
Yes.
And he's being very loud.
I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to pull him away from.
Yeah, he's like, why are we going away from the party? I want to dance like that dwarf man over there. He's dancing.
Grim is a representative of our nation. Perhaps we get a little business out of the way. You could spend some
At the
with
time a
us.
song comes on, you know, and Greem's like, yeah, this is my shit.
Yes,
Just wait for the
damn.
bass to drop.
Yeah.
So what do you have in mind as far as you can make a monetary donation or
Listen, I don't think I should really give you any money at the moment. But
I understand
we-
it could be frowned upon if you went against the existing greater nations.
listen, you seem like a great guy. And
The greatest.
Sorry, turn that down. That's bringing me out of it a little bit. I gotta turn that down. Sorry. Okay, I actually gotta change the music. That's bringing me out of it more than I thought it would. Okay. Yeah, his dance, Greem's dance number is they changed the music suddenly. The quartet did. Oh, okay, we're doing something else. He's like, listen, seek me out in Port Valor. I will make a donation to you. What can you tell me about this nation of yours? I'm just very curious.
Sure. Well,
Untapped potential.
again, I don't know that I go as far as to call us a nation. We are an inspiring endeavor.
That's not what you said the other night.
I just said "oh" the other night the whole time you were there. I don't know what you read in between those lines, but
Oh
No,
no!
A lot of weird things.
Oh no! He goes saying,
no. But we are a startup. We certainly wouldn't mind entertaining, getting some outside assistance. We don't want to cause any waves or anything. We of course want to be respectful.
as you're going on, someone goes, "Only the gods can save this world. Everything is shit. The king is shit. The council is shit." You know, and it's just like he just yells it.
How
out there.
long? How long does it take before guards get to him?
They're
Or
like,
do they at all?
Damatso's out of it. Damatso, he's like he's like wandering around. He's smelling flowers, you know. And he's not being very guard-like, and all the others aren't drinking at all.
That's what I want to see. How many?
They don't act. They let it go.
Huh.
You know, and everyone's like, "Oh, shut up, Harold." You say this every festival.
Green's like, yeah, shut up, Harold.
You did this last time. I'm sick of your shit.
I don't even invite him anymore.
But
Only the gods can speak like this.
I will try to smooth him a little bit. Maybe not so much for a monetary donation, but like you said, to set something up to where we could potentially meet him in Fort Valor, and he could. You said he was a merchant guild officer. Maybe he could make some introductions for us.
listen, I think I can definitely get you some introductions. What do you know about the Merchant Guild?
So, to be honest, I'm not very educated with the group.
Well, let me tell you. And he goes on about the Merchants Guild for the next hour. And so basically, you know about the five ring merchant guild. It basically is a merchant guild that spans across all 5 great nations. And he oversees not the operations, but he oversees the guild's setup in Port Valor. Make sure that they obey the ordinances and kind of governs them in Port Valor. So as far as how he ranks in the overall arc, in the overall picture, he ranks kind of up there. Not quite nobility status, but about as far up as you can go as a just plain citizen of the nation.
Okay. Well, after that hour hits, I'm going to try to get him with Green for some dancing.
Yeah.
Because I do want to learn about it, but I also want to make sure that he has.
Yeah, and Green, you dance for 2 hours, or if you want to dance for 2 hours, you dance for 2 hours.
I just want to make sure that he has a good time the rest of the night,
Yeah.
so he remembers just being positive.
Green, you meet Odo. You remember Odo? He watched in the corner as people did things, and
I don't remember him because he wasn't with us.
he remembers you. But
He remembers you real well.
and so Aenos, while this is happening, you mentioned to Green. Green already took some of the drink, and he's dancing like a fool. As you get back, Jacques is talking to this Lord Odo, who seems very inebriated. And everyone across the floor seems very inebriated. There are some that are drinking more because they want to feel like these other people are feeling, but they just can't. And Natasha comes over to you. You should have some of the wine or the cider. It's very delightful.
I've had some already, thank you.
Oh, you have?
Well, in that case. Penis!
So...
Does she seem drunk, or is she like pretty lucid?
Oh, she's very lucid. You know, there'll be a play in about 2 hours from now. A very simple play. We might be able to sneak off during it, if you wish.
Of course, my lady.
I thought you would say so. Are you trying to appear on the effects of alcohol, or are you just trying to be normal?
I'm just trying to be normal,
Okay.
actually.
Yeah, and she kind of picks up on this. You should have more to drink.
I was
I
sure
don't want you to
everything.
remember it.
Very well. Tommaso over there, he's a fool, but he likes you as well.
I don't trust him.
You don't trust him. Why not?
He seems conspicuous.
He's just had a little bit to drink. He was on my orders to try and get you something to drink. It seems my plan backfired. He is trustworthy. You can trust me on that.
How do you know him?
Tommaso and I go way back. He was my personal guard for several years when I was younger.
I'm not interested in him if you're trying to allude to anything.
No. I don't think you're like some of these others here. Not that there's anything wrong with that per se.
I don't think you're open.
As we pan to Green dancing like an idiot.
Exactly. When the play starts, I will come find you if you wish.
Of course, my lady.
Very well. And here we'll take that first 5-minute break. So go ahead and do your things.